Hey Babbleheads, muyskerm here, and I'm coming at you today with kind of a different video. Usually I do like gameplay, vlogs, so on. Today I'm actually going to be talking about a product, just basically reviewing a product that I've been using and that you've seen in my videos for the last couple months. I'm going to be talking about the Auudio-Technica ATH-AG1X. Did I say that right? Yeah. So it's this headset. If you've been watching my videos and my streams, I've been using this headset for a couple months, a few months, a little while. Basically, Auudio-Technica emailed me and was like, look, we made this new high-fidelity gaming headset, and we want people to review it, and we just want to send you the headset, and you can keep it. Just make a video and tell your viewers what you think about it, and just sort of do a little review. So they did not pay me for this, but I am keeping the headset. I want to be transparent about that. So this is mine now. I got it for free. Thank you very much, Auudio-Technica. And now I'm going to talk about my experience with it and my opinion on the quality and the features and whatnot. I actually reboxed it. Obviously, I've been using it. I don't know why I did that. I put it back in the box and I was like, I'll do an unboxing. Look, I'm just gonna take it out of the box now. You probably really don't care. I guess it is worth noting that the box for these headphones is pretty nice. I mean, it's not like, it's a box for headphones. It's a nice headset, and they're nice cans, as you might say, if you're an audiophile. But here, they come in this box. There's a little that's like microfiber on a little mounting thing, and they're in there. It's the box. I don't know. There you go. Once you actually get the headphones out of the box, they look kind of like normal headphones. They've got a regular cord that's pretty long. I think it's like 1.2 meters. It's like 4 feet-ish, something like that. Honestly, they look pretty good. They look like gaming headphones. They're black with a little red highlight. They've got the little microphone on here which goes up and down and is on a flexible boom. They generally look like pretty cool headphones. I will say too, the cord down here is pretty thick. I don't know if I have anything to really compare it to, but it feels thicker and sort of nicer in a way than a regular headphone cord. It's thick, it's not going to tangle on itself so easily, and also you get this little inline switch which has a volume control, and you can mute and unmute the built-in microphone. So all that said, you've probably already noticed, or maybe you didn't, but the one thing that really sticks out in the design for this is, yeah, they're headphones, they got a mic. These guys, this is interesting. So these are called 3D wing support headrests, and it's different. Most headphones would have like one solid headband, you know, like headphones. These things, it's designed for comfort, and it feels weird when you put it on. They sort of like squeeze. I mean, they really don't squeeze. They sort of just, instead of putting a band across your head that squeezes down on your whole head, they sort of just suspend the headphones really lightly over your head, and it honestly makes them feel very lightweight. It feels like I'm wearing like tiny little on-ear headphones, but these things are huge. Look how big that is in the proportion to my head, and I have a very large head. They're pretty big headphones. So it is kind of weird to get used to wearing these headphones with the flappy wing support things, but honestly, it's super comfortable. I have done live streams, like up to maybe 4 hours, perfectly comfortable. I've done recording sessions that were like 5-6 hours wearing these things the whole time, perfectly comfortable. With some headphones, especially gaming headsets where they can be heavier and they have, you know, more going on, it can feel like the top of your head is getting pushed in, or you can get some pressure around the tops of the ear cups. Honestly, I have very little discomfort ever with these things. The only thing that happens to me is because I wear glasses. If I wear them for a super long time and I'm not careful about how they're sitting, they'll pinch my glasses into my head. But honestly, if I just sort of reposition them, that goes away too. So as far as the design and the crazy little wing arm things, very comfortable. It feels weird the first time you put them on, I will say that, but you get used to it. And if it's your gaming headset, if you buy this headset, you get used to it. Like, I don't even notice anymore. It's just super comfortable. I've talked a little bit about the looks and the design. Now on to the part that I don't really know that much about. So the whole deal with these is most gaming headsets are made by like Logitech or Razer or companies where they focus on computer products and gaming products. This is made by Auudio-Technica, which is an audio company. They focus on, they make lots of stuff, but Auudio-Technica makes, as part of their business, and a part of the business that this is included in, makes high fidelity, high quality audio stuff. Headphones or speakers or like receivers or amplifiers, whatever. They make all kinds of stuff that's sort of on the audiophile level. And I know if you're an audiophile, you might be saying like, oh, it's just Audio-Technica. I have no idea what their actual reputation is, but I just know that the selling point of this headset, and part of what justifies the price, which we'll talk about later, is that it's supposed to be a high fidelity audiophile gaming headset. It's not just something that's going to make the sounds that the game makes and has a microphone. It's going to make good sound and give you a good experience when listening to your media or your game or whatever you're doing. And I have to say, generally, my experience with these headphones kind of matches with that sales pitch. I'll start with the microphone. So I have this thing plugged into my computer, and that's what I record this kind of content on. This is what I record videos on because it's a nice quality mic, and it allows me to have a little more control over what sort of sound goes into my videos. But when I play Counter-Strike or Titanfall 2 or Battlefield 1, what I've been playing recently, I don't want to have this boom arm in my face all the time. It's sort of, I like to fold that away, and I really do actually use the built-in mic on whatever headset I'm using, which was this one for the last couple months. And I have to say, I don't know if it was a fluke or what. I wasn't doing anything crazy, but multiple people, I think either 2 or 3 different people complimented me on how good my microphone sounded while I was playing Counter-Strike. Honestly, multiple people gave me compliments, and they were like, your mic is really crisp, and I appreciate that you don't have a shitty mic and that I can fully understand what you're saying. So that's not a huge thing. I mean, a headset mic is a headset mic, but it is pretty good quality. And as far as I can tell, it's pretty sound isolating, because I have used it in situations where Mandy was sitting right next to me and we were trying to both communicate through our separate VoIP stuff or our separate Discords, and I did not get a lot of echo, even though she was like 3 feet away from me. The mic, I've been pretty impressed with. It is just a headset mic. I do wish you could like unplug it and take it off. It's permanently attached here, but it folds up out of the way. It's really not obtrusive, and it works well. Which brings us on to the thing that I know even less about, which is the actual sound quality that comes out of the headphones. As far as the specs of the headphones, which I don't even know what any of this means, but I have it pulled up so I can say it to you in case you know what it means. These headphones have 53 millimeter drivers. The closed back dynamic drivers have a frequency response range of 5 Hz to 35,000 Hz with an impedance of 50 ohms and an output sound pressure level of 100 decibels per megawatt, I think is what that means. And the headset weighs 320 grams total, so it is actually pretty lightweight overall. I don't know what any of that means. I'm not an audiophile, I'll be the first to tell you, but I do appreciate sound and the importance of sound in games and in media. I'm not one who will be able to sit and listen to 2 sets of headphones or 2 different speakers and talk about how one of them had much more present bass, but the other one had much cleaner mid-tones. And I know some of those, I know a little bit about that, but I do not have that close of an ear. I really don't. But I did test these while playing a lot of different video games, and I have to say, it seems like whatever they do to tune these things up to change the way they present the sound into your ear balls, it seems like they were really conscious about how that would come across in the video game context, because when I'm watching like a movie or a YouTube video, it sounds pretty good. It sounds crisp, honestly. I mean, they sound better than my cheap $20 mono price headphones that I was using for a long time, but there's a substantial price difference. I would expect that to sound differently. The place where it really becomes apparent, the difference in the sound quality and the way these headphones work, is when I'm playing games like Counter-Strike. I'll talk about because I play a lot of Counter-Strike. I play in the competitive game mode usually, and in that game, there's a lot of directional sound cues. You'll hear a gun shooting in the distance, you'll hear a grenade going off, you can hear footsteps through walls and around corners. And the first time I started playing with this new headset, I kept like turning around and just being surprised at how clean and directional the sound was. I could hear footsteps from a person way far away, and I could tell they're kind of like, they're definitely within that direction. It's not just like, oh, they're on my left or my right. It was like that way, and I can tell when there's a gunshot in the distance about how far in the distance it is. I mean, it's amazing how crisp and clean the audio stuff in Counter-Strike and other shooters that I've been playing has been. That doesn't apply across all types of games, but I feel like that's something I've not experienced with headphones before. So like I said, I don't have an audiophile ear, but I certainly noticed a difference. It felt surprising how accurate and how distant, but how clear the sounds were. I mean, I don't think it's made me any better at video games. I wish it did make me better at video games. But it has made the experience very, very immersive, and it's definitely an improvement from my previous headset. So there you have it. This review is by no means comprehensive. If you're an audiophile, you're probably laughing at me for having such inarticulate views about the sound quality, but honestly, my conclusion on this headset is the microphone is great. It looks fine. It looks like a gaming headset, doesn't look ridiculous. It's super comfortable. The little wing, 3D wing support system, very comfortable. You could wear this headset for all day probably, and it would be perfectly comfortable. And the sound quality, at least in terms of gaming, is great. Super crisp, very, very immersive. I like it. But there's one big thing about this, and that is the price. I've said throughout this video, it's an audiophile headset, or it's high fidelity, and it's made by Auudio-Technica, a company that makes a range of stuff, but specializes in sort of higher end, more expensive quality audio products. And this headset is right at home with those higher end, higher price products. This guy costs $300 retail, which is a lot. There are a lot of headsets that you can get for like 20 bucks or like 40 bucks or 80 bucks. There are tons and tons of lower priced options that you can pick up that would be perfectly adequate for many people. But if you are into sound quality, if you are at all an audiophile, if you are at all appreciative of, man, this headset that I'm using sounds kind of crappy, I wish it had better defined bass or mids or whatever, and if you are at all into that sort of stuff, this is one of the few headsets that exists that's made by a company that specializes in that. I know there are other ones, other sound audiophile kind of companies that have put out headsets, but this is Auudio-Technica's attempt at an audiophile gaming headset, and it's pretty good. I think it comes down to how you feel about it personally, if it's worth the $300 price tag or not. But honestly, I have been impressed with it, and I'm gonna continue to use it. There you go. That's my opinion of the Auudio-Technica ATH-AG1X closed back, high fidelity gaming headset. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Make sure you comment down below how you feel about me doing hardware reviews. This is probably the first one I've ever done. So let me know if you liked it, if you hate it, if I missed some obvious important points to talk about in the comments. Thank you guys for everything. As always, this has been muyskerm, and I'll see you in the next one.